Musselburgh have certainly come under the radar of National 1 and after the weekend sit in a well-deserved second place in the table. And on Saturday they hosted a depleted Kelso team which they literally blew away in the first half. This was the first of 3 tries from fullback James Ferguson. The Stony Hill outfit displayed good offloading skills for the second try, which came on 18 minutes. Scrum half Kyle McGee romped home for an impressive touchdown. Number 3 was wrapped up inside the first quarter. Rory Watt and James Ferguson linking up, and despite the attentions of Gregor Miller, Ferguson made it to the corner. The bonus point came on 27 minutes. A long pass from Danny Owenson may have been forward, but Gregor Tate caught it and played the whistle. No whistle came, and it was a simple task to pass to Rory Young, who went over to push the score up to 24-0. Musselburgh's big number 8, Luke Hudson, was next on the score sheet with a fairly simple run-in close to the line, and within minutes Gregor Tate looked as if try number 6 was a formality. But a lesson taught by many coaches is keep the ball in 2 hands, because this can happen at the worst possible moment. But another opportunity came on 36 minutes. Kelso were leaving gaps all over the park. Good interplay by the forwards and the backs gave Rory Watt the opportunity to touch down. Just before the interval, Rory Young gave Gregor Tate another chance to get his first try of the game. He still carried the ball in one hand, but he was in the clear this time, and 41-0 was the score at the break, with Kelso needing to regroup and come out fighting in the second half. And to their credit, they did. But 9 minutes into the second period, James Ferguson extended the Musselburgh lead. He took the ball well inside his own 22 and to all intents and purposes was not thinking about a solo effort to the line. Scrum half McGee was waiting for the pass, but Ferguson fancied his chances against Ryan Ford, and he made it to the line despite Ford's gallant effort for an exceptional try. The target for Kelso was to get something out of the game. 4 tries and 1 half against Musselburgh isn't easy, but with half an hour remaining, Cammy Brown went over for Kelso's first points in the match. Musselburgh retaliated shortly after, with substitute Craig Veach making it look very easy as try number 9 was awarded. Kelso were playing much better though, and there was a real determination about them as well as an urgency which was lacking in the first half. Gregor Mean showed a turn of pace to get to the line for the Borderers' second try. But Musselburgh were keen to build on their total, and Rory Young's kick ahead bounced perfectly for fellow centre Rory Watt. He collected, shrugged off Charlie Marshall's tackle, and this took their try count into double figures. Again, Kelso wouldn't lie down as they tried to win the second half. Aaron Jackson's speculative reverse pass was gathered brilliantly by replacement back Gareth Walker. And he managed to get to the try line with just over 10 minutes remaining, and Kelso really started to believe a try bonus was possible. But Musselburgh hadn't finished yet, and once again James Ferguson burst out from his own 22, this time passing to McGee, who had Gregor Tate outside him. It was a race to the line between him and Walker, and the young winger wasn't going to be stopped in what was another superb try for the home team. But Kelso had the last word. Captain Phil Hume charged for the line and made it to give his team a well-deserved try bonus point. But this was Musselburgh's day.
Probably one of our worst second half performances of the season yet, but again it's hard when you go 60 points up. It's hard to stay in that mindset, keeping the structure, keeping the basics, sticking to pods and stuff, but again it's a good win.
Oh no, that's just really what we set out in the second half to do, is just go out and get the 4 tries and just come away with a point. But no, it's hard just losing a few boys, and no, we just had to fight for something in the second half.